The clock struck midnight when the phone rang. It was a call that would change everything. "Help! My sister is missing!" Those frantic words echoed through the small town of Maplewood, a place where everyone knew each other, and secrets were hard to keep. But this was no ordinary disappearance. It was the summer of 1995, and the air was thick with tension. Sarah Thompson, a bright-eyed 16-year-old, vanished without a trace. One moment she was at a friend's house, laughing and planning for the future. The next, she was gone. The search began immediately. Friends, family, and neighbors combed through the dense woods surrounding the town. They scoured the local parks, checked every abandoned building, and even searched the nearby river. Days turned into weeks, and still, there was no sign of Sarah. As the investigation unfolded, the police uncovered a web of secrets. Sarah had been seen with a group of older boys just days before her disappearance. Rumors swirled about a party that had taken place the night she went missing. But no one could pinpoint where it was or who had been there. Then came the first breakthrough. A witness claimed to have seen Sarah getting into a dark blue pickup truck. The description was vague, but it was enough to spark hope. The police released a sketch of the driver, and the town buzzed with speculation. Could it be someone from around here? Maybe it was a stranger passing through. But as leads dried up, the case grew colder. The community held vigils, lighting candles and sharing stories of Sarah's kindness. Yet, with each passing day, the hope of finding her faded. Months later, a chilling discovery was made. A hiker stumbled upon a piece of clothing in the woods, torn and weathered. It was identified as belonging to Sarah. The news sent shockwaves through Maplewood. What had happened to her? Theories ran rampant. Some believed she had run away, seeking a new life. Others thought she had fallen victim to foul play. The police were tight-lipped, but the pressure mounted. Then, a year after her disappearance, a man came forward. He claimed to have seen Sarah the night she vanished. He described a confrontation between her and a man in the blue pickup truck. But his story was inconsistent, filled with gaps that left investigators skeptical. As the years rolled on, the case became a haunting memory for the town. Sarah's family never gave up hope. They plastered flyers everywhere, held annual memorials, and kept her story alive. But the mystery deepened. In 2000, a new lead emerged. A woman in a neighboring state reported a sighting of a girl matching Sarah's description. She claimed the girl was with a man who fit the sketch. The police followed up, but it led to a dead end. The case was growing cold, but the community refused to let it die. They organized a fundraiser to keep the investigation alive, hiring private investigators and forensic experts. Then, in 2005, a breakthrough came. A cold case unit reopened Sarah's file, re-examining evidence with new technology. They discovered DNA on the clothing found in the woods. It was a glimmer of hope, but the results were inconclusive. The years passed, and the case remained unsolved. Sarah's family continued to fight for answers, their hearts heavy with grief. Then, in 2010, a shocking twist emerged. A man was arrested in connection with another disappearance in a nearby town. During the interrogation, he mentioned Sarah's name. The police were stunned. They had never connected him to her case. As they dug deeper, they uncovered a chilling pattern. This man had a history of violence and had been in the area around the time Sarah disappeared. But despite the evidence, they couldn't link him directly to her case. The community was on edge. Could this man hold the key to solving the mystery? But as quickly as hope surged, it was dashed. The man was released due to lack of evidence. The case slipped back into obscurity, a haunting reminder of the unresolved. Years turned into decades. Sarah's family aged, but their resolve never wavered. They continued to advocate for her, sharing her story on social media, hoping to reach someone who might know something. Then, in 2020, a new lead emerged. A podcast dedicated to unsolved mysteries featured Sarah's case. The episode went viral, reigniting interest in the story. Listeners began to share their own theories, and tips flooded in. Some were credible, while others were wild and unfounded. But one tip stood out. A woman claimed to have seen Sarah in a different state, living under a new identity. The police followed up, but it led to another dead end. Yet the renewed attention brought hope. The case was no longer forgotten. As the years continued to pass, the question remained: what happened to Sarah Thompson? The truth is, the mystery may never be solved, but her story lives on, a testament to the love of a family that refused to give up. In the end, the haunting thought lingers. How many more stories like Sarah's are out there, waiting to be uncovered?